In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to create this automated data entry form. According to your needs, you can customize the form. First, we are going to see the demo. Then step by step, we are going to build this project. Here I have first name and below I am having submit button in gray color. I will just come here. I will write Ria. Last name, you can see as soon as I write this, background color is changed, and also I am having one tick mark. Ria Sharma tick mark. You can see the submit button is still disabled. Designation lawyer. Email ID ria@gmail.com. Phone number female. City, I am going to select Chennai. State, I will select Tamil Nadu. Postal code, here in this demo project, I have just used the list, but when we build the project, we will type manually and we will insert the data inside the database table. Now you can see as soon as all the fields are checked, my submit button is activated. Now I'll just click on submit button. As soon as I click on submit button, the form is emptied. I do not have any data inside the form and my first cell is active. Once the data is transferred to data tab, I will come to sheet 2. You can see inside this table, data is stored. Again, I will come to sheet 1. I will just do entry here. Now, I will click on submit button. The data is emptied inside the form and my first cell is active. Now, I will come to sheet 2. Inside this, the data which I entered inside the form, that is stored. Now we are going to learn how to create this. In this entire session, we are going to learn more about conditional formatting, and also I will be teaching you step-by-step process how to create this automated data entry form without skipping anything. Let's get started with the project and continue with the setup. I will open blank workbook. As soon as we open blank workbook, by default, our workbook name will be book 1 and sheet name will be sheet 1. I will double click on sheet 1. I will change the name to form. Now I am going to merge some cells. Select the cell. Click on merge and center. I will give the heading automated data entry. Now if you don't want to come outside of this cell, if you want to be inside the cell so that you can apply the formatting, just press Ctrl Enter together. Now we will be in the same cell. I want to bold this text and also I want to increase the size. Let me just give it 16 and I want to change the font. Whatever font you want, you can change. I have just given this font. I will change the background color. I will be giving this background color and also I will give the font color as white. Okay, this is the heading. Now I want some fields. I will write first name, last name, designation, email ID, phone number, gender, city, state, and finally postal code or pin code. Let me write here pin code. Okay, now when we are making form, if we have some space below this data, then it will be good. So what I will be doing, I can just go like this and insert each row after every row. Insert like this I can do, or else I will be showing you one tip. Just write 1, double click on this fill handle, click on this and click on fill series. Once I have these numbers, copy these numbers and paste it below. Select whole range of numbers. Now press Alt A S A. Now we will have this sort warning. Just click on sort. Now you can see after every row, one row is added. Now we can delete the numbers. Now once it is done, now we want to fill the data inside some fields. So I will be selecting some cells. I am just going to select multiple cells. Just press Ctrl and select multiple cells. I will select all the fields except gender. For gender, I do not want to give any stylings. So I am not going to select the gender. First step, we have to merge this one. Merge and center. Second, I will go to conditional formatting. Highlight cells rule. More rules. And if I am not having any data inside these cells, that is blanks, then I just want to change the format. I will give this light blue color. Okay. Okay. Now you can see if the cells are blank, then I will be getting this light blue color. If I write something here, now this cell is not blank. If I just move somewhere, you can see that background color is vanished. That background color will disappear. Again I will do Ctrl Z. Again I will select all these cells. Just press Ctrl and select all the cells. If I am having some data inside the cell, then I just want to change the background color to green. Again, more rules. Now I am having data, so I should select this no blanks, which means this cell is not blank now. Click on format. I just want to change it to light green color. I will select this light green. Okay. Okay. Now you can see here, as soon as I type something, this background color will be changed to light green color. Okay, these are the three steps we have performed. First, we have to merge all the cells. Second, if the cell is not blank, we have given some color. If the cell is blank, we have given another color. I will do Ctrl Z. Now, if I am having some data, I should be getting one tick here. I will just reduce the size. Inside this, I am just going to write the formula. I will be using if condition. If I will select this cell. If this cell is equal to blank, comma, then I just want to display blank. I do not want to display anything. Or else I will just write here alphabet P. I will tell you what is this alphabet P. Enter. Now this cell is not blank, so I am getting here alphabet. If I remove this data from here, I am not having anything. But you can see here formula is applied. Escape. Now I'll select this cell where I have given the formula. Control C. I will paste it here. Wherever I am having blue color, after that I am just going to paste this formula. Okay, now I have pasted the formula. Now if I type something, I will be getting this alphabet P. Now I will be selecting all the cells where I am having this formula. Select. Go to font, and inside this we have one font family. When we select that one, we will be getting the tick mark. And see inside this, I'm just going to select this Wingdings 2. As you can see the live demo. When I hover on this, I am getting the tick mark. I will click on this. Now whenever I write something, I will be getting tick mark. Now if I am having tick mark, I should change the background color of this tick marks. Again I will be selecting this tick marks. Just press Ctrl and click on the cells. Conditional formatting inside Home tab. Highlight cells rule. More rules. Now it should not be blank. So I will select no blanks. If it is not blank, I should fill the background color with dark green color. I will come to Font tab. I will change it to white color, and also I will select here bold. I will click on OK. OK. Now you can see background color is changed to dark green color and the font color is changed to white. And here if I have some data, you can see I will be having tick mark with background color and font color. So here I will be giving valid names. I will give my name and designation. Next we are going to work on this gender part. We should be having the controls. So first I will select the cells. I will click on merge and center. Second step, we have to go to developer tab. If you are not having developer tab, right click on any of the tab, customize ribbon. Inside this customize ribbon section, we have this developer tab. It will be unchecked. Just check on this, click on OK. Developer tab will be available. Inside this developer tab, we have this insert option. I will click on insert. Inside this, we will have all these form controls. I just want this one, radio button. It is option button inside Excel. Click on this and I'm just going to drag here. Okay, just drag. It will be selected. Now if you see here, we can see some text here. If I just increase, we can see some text. I'll just increase this. We are having some text. I do not want this text. I will be removing the text. I will just adjust this one. So to select this one, just click on control. This control will be selected. I will decrease the size and I'm just going to properly format this. I will come outside of this. Now when I click on this cell, you can see I am having the active cell. Double click. This will be activated. I will be writing male. I will give the space and here I will be writing female. I want one more control for this female. Control, select this one, Control E and drag this. Okay, it will be duplicated and we will have this data. I will select the cell. I will come to Home tab. I will just change the alignment to left. Now I will double click. Now I will double click on this and before this mail I will be giving some space. Okay, now I can just format this one. Okay, it is done. Now when I select this checkbox, you can see that will be unselected and this will be selected. Again when I click on this, same thing happens. But when I click on this text, female text, you can see the cell is going to activate. But I don't want this one. So what we will do, I will come outside, control and I will select this one. I will just drag these controls here. Again, same thing, control select and drag the controls. Now when I click on female, you can see this radio button is selected. Again when I click on male, this radio button is selected. Now I do not have to click on this radio buttons. Okay, if you want, you can format more. We are done with this controls. Next, we are going to work on city. Inside this, in our demo, we have seen we have the list. So for that, just select the cell, Alt A V V. This is the shortcut to open data validation. I will allow list here and inside the source, I am going to give some values. I will give Bengaluru. I will give Mumbai and I will give Chennai. Okay. Now you can see I am having drop down. When I click on this, I can select the data. Again for state also, select the cell Alt A V V. Click on list and here I will be giving the data. I will give Karnataka, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. Click on OK. Now you can see for this also I will be having the drop down list. In our demo project for this pin code also we have created the list, but inside one state we will be having multiple pin codes. So for pin code we will not be creating drop down list. We are going to type it manually. I will leave as it is. Now we have done with the background colors. We have done all the formatting. We have got the checkbox and also we have worked on this controls. Now I will be creating the button. I will just select this cell, merge this one, and for this I will be giving the background color as this. I will give the text submit. And for this text also, I'm just going to change the color, bold it, and I will change the font. Okay, let me give this font. Now my button is ready, my form is ready, entire thing is ready. But you can see here, this data, this cell data is empty, but still my button is active. I do not want this one. First, let me just increase the size. I will be changing the background color to this gray color. Whatever color you want, just to display it is deactivated or it is disabled, you can give light gray color. Once all this data is filled, only then this button should be activated. Okay, we have completed our form part. Now we are going to perform the calculation. I will just write here calculation. Now we will be working on calculation. I will just select this merge cell. I will be changing the background color. Okay, this is only for rough use. If you don't change, then also it's fine. Inside this, I just want all these field names. I will copy and I'm just going to paste here. Now here, for this form, I need this blank rows. But for this calculation, I do not want this blank rows. So just select the cells, Control G, go to Special, click on blanks, click on OK. Now all the blank rows will be selected. Control minus. I will just click on Shift Cells Up. Now whichever cells is blank, all the cells will be deleted and all the data will be shifted up. Click on OK. Now I will be having this result. Now inside this, whatever data I am having inside this fields, I just want to display that data. Equal to, for this first name, I want this data, select. For this last name, this data, enter. Designation, enter. Email ID, you have to write equal to, then only you have to select. Then again equal to, enter. As of now, we do not have any data inside this cell, so I am getting 0. For gender, we are having one more thing to do. So later on we are going to do gender. For city, equal to, enter. State, equal to, enter. Finally, pin code, equal to, enter. Select this, enter. Now whatever data we are having inside these fields, all the data we have fetched and we are just displaying inside one table. Now suppose if I just select the city here, I will click on this Bengaluru. You can see Bengaluru is displayed. Okay, now we are successfully able to get the data. But for this gender, if I just write here equal to and select this cell, enter, you can see both male and female. Both the data I am getting. But I do not want this one. Control Z. So what I will do, I will right click on any one of this control. Go to format controls. This format control pop-up comes. Inside this control tab, click on this cell link and select this cell. Okay, whichever cell you want, you can select. But I have selected the cell which is falling under same gender row. I will click on OK. Now you can see I got the result as 1. Because I have selected male, so I am getting 1. If I select female, I am getting 2. So now using these values, we are going to display male or female. So for that, we are going to use if statement. If this cell, if it is equal to 1, then I have to display male. You can see male is selected, so I have to display male. If it is not equal to 1, then I have to display female. Enter. You can see I will be getting male. If it is equal to 1, only then I will get male. Now I selected female. Now that value is not equal to 1. It is equal to 2. So I will get the result as female. Okay, this is the simple thing we have to perform. Now inside this email ID, if I just write the long email ID, hanam123@gmail.com. You can see the email ID is going outside of this. And also if I just write the mobile number, enter, you can see I am getting invalid number. So first let me just select this copy format and I will be pasting it here. I just want to change the format. I will click on any one of the cell, Control A, Alt H O I. It is just going to adjust the width by itself. Whichever data is long inside the table, according to that data width, my table will be adjusted. You just have to use Alt H O I. Okay, now we have successfully got the table. We have successfully got the calculation. Now what we are going to do, when all the data is filled and when all these are checked, only then my submit button should be activated. So for that we have to count this one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Totally 8 tick mark I should be having. Only then this submit button will be activated. We are not counting this gender because by default any one of the option will be selected. So only we have to check if all these 8 boxes are filled, only then this submit button should be activated. So I will just write here submit calculation, submit BTN calculation. Control A, Alt H O I. Inside this I will be using count. When we use this count function, it is just going to count for numbers. If I am having any text in between, it is just going to ignore that. I will select this. Again, I will be selecting this. Just press Ctrl and select the data. Then this one, and this one. Now if I just hit enter, you can see I got the result as 1. Because inside this entire form fields, only this is number. This phone number is number. Rest all are text. And also combination of text and numbers will not be included. So we have another function that is count A. As soon as I hit enter, you can see I am having 6 because only 6 data is filled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So I am getting the result as 6. If I fill some data here, let me select this one. You can see the count is increasing, and also if I write the number, the count is increasing to 8. Now once all my data is filled, once this count is 8, only then the submit button should be activated. And this is the formula we have used. So what I will do, I will copy the formula. I will click on this submit button, conditional formatting. Now I will go to manage rules. I will create the new rule and I am just going to select use the formula to determine which cells to format. Inside this, I am just going to paste the formula. If this formula is equal to 8, only then I have to change the background color of button. I will select this background color. OK, OK and OK. Now you can see all these 8 are checked. So my button is activated. Now if I remove some data, now this is not checked. My button is disabled. Okay, this is the simple calculation we have done. If my submit button calculation is equal to 8, only then my submit button should be activated. Now let me just write here doctor, enter. Now you can see now my submit button will be activated. Okay, now we are done with the calculation. Next we are just going to format this button so that it will be looking as a button. I will do Control X and here I am just going to paste that one, Control V. Now I have this button. Again I will do Control C. I will go to paste and here we have this in other paste options. We have this linked picture. Click on this. Now I will be having one image of this button. I will just drag this and I will be keeping it here. Now this is image. This is not text or anything. This will be acting as an image. I will select this one. I will get all the picture formats. I can select any of this. I will give this border. I will just select this perspective shadow white, and I will just decrease the border width. Whatever colors you want, you can give. Whatever formatting you want, you can give. I will select this. Now it will look like a button. So we have just given some stylings. Now you should not delete this button. This is for our rough use, but these fields are very, very important. Now from here, if I delete the button, you can see text from this button also disappears. So this is very important. So we have just taken the picture of this button. So it will be treated as a button, but whatever properties this button has, this will be applied to this one. Suppose if I remove the data from here, you can see this button will be deactivated. So same thing, it is going to work. Only to give some stylings, we have taken the image of the button. Okay, now we are done with the calculation, and also now we are having all the data. Now when I click on submit button, whatever data I am having inside the form, that should be collected inside the table. So I will be creating one sheet. I will give this sheet name as data. I will come to form, and from here I am just going to select this whole data, copy. I will come here, and inside this I will just click on this paste, and I will just click on this transpose, so that all the row data will be coming inside the column. Now I will select this entire header, and I will be selecting few columns. Control T to make it as a table. My table has headers. Click on OK. I have just created the table. I can give any colors from here. I can select any colors. Let me just select this color. Now inside this table, as soon as I click on submit button, the data should be transferred to this table. Okay, for that what we are going to do? We are going to use macro. We will be using macros, and we are going to record the step whatever we are performing here. So macros is nothing but it is going to automate the work. Suppose if you are doing the work, and for that work you have to apply the same formatting. So what you can do, you can record the macros, whatever steps you are doing, you can record that one, and whenever you want to apply that, you can just run that macro, and all the formattings will be applied. So it is used for automation. We are not going to write any code. Instead, we are going to record the steps what we are doing. So first, I will be creating one new sheet. I will give the sheet name as rough. I will come to form sheet. Now inside this view tab, click on macros, record macros. I will give my macro name automation. If you want, you can give the shortcut key, and you want to store this macro inside this workbook. As of now, we are not going to work more on macros, but this is the basic thing we are going to learn. As soon as we click on OK, whatever steps I do after this one, everything will be recorded. I will click on OK. First, I am just going to select all this data till pin code. Control C. I will come to this rough sheet. I will click on this first cell. Right click. Click on paste special. Now that values we got using the formula, but here I want to paste as values. So I will click on values, and I will just check on this transpose. Whatever data we are having in rows, that will be treated as a column. I will click on row. All row data will become as column. I am having this data. Control C. I will come to data sheet. Now inside this first cell, I will go to home tab, insert copied cell. Whatever data I copied from that sheet, that will be pasted here. Now I will come to form, select click anywhere. Now using control, select all the data. Wherever I am having check boxes, select that. In keyboard, press delete. All the data is deleted. Now just come to first cell. First cell will be activated. Once all the steps are done, go to view, go to macros, stop recording. Now it is just going to stop. Don't forget to stop recording, or else whatever you are doing, everything will be recorded in the background in Excel. Now it is done. I will come to data tab. Now from here, I'm just going to delete this one. Okay, this is the manual data I have entered just to record this. Again, I will come to form. Now, if I enter the data, once I click on submit button, only then my macro should run. So I will select the button, right click on this button, assign macro. I will select my macro, click on OK. As soon as I click on submit button, whatever steps are recorded, that will work and the data will be stored inside the table. Now I will enter, let me increase the size. I will enter Sanya Khanam, designation engineer, email ID sanya1123@gmail.com, phone number female, city Chennai, state Tamil Nadu, pin code. You can see whatever data I have written here, all the data in this calculation also we are getting. Now as soon as I click on submit button, you can see all the fields are emptied and my first cell is activated. Now inside this data column, you can see the data is filled inside the table. Again, whatever data you want, you can fill. I will come to view tab. I will just uncheck these grid lines. I do not want this one. And also for this calculation, I will just control plus so that my calculation will also be hidden. I can fill another data. I will write my name. Click on submit data. Now you can see the data is displayed. So whatever data we are getting from this form, directly we can fetch the data from here and we can display inside the table. And if you notice here, the data which is entered at the end, that will be inserted first. This is how we are going to create automated data entry in Excel, and this is only for complete beginners. Even if you are not aware of Excel, by following this simple step, you can create this complete automated data entry form. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.